Hello again, everybody. Drew Johnson here, East Region Grain Origination Manager with Agtegra with the weekly market update. Markets were mostly higher this week as traders awaited the USDA WASDE report, which was released today at 11 a.m. and the first report released by the USDA since September. On the corn side of things, the corn market did move higher most of the week with December futures hitting 442, a level not seen since July 3rd, but falling back post-WASDE report. Here are some of the highlights regarding corn. U.S. yield was trimmed from 186.7 to 186 bushels per acre. U.S. production fell from 16.814 billion bushels to 16.752 billion bushels. U.S. carryout estimate for the 2025-26 marketing year rose from 2.11 billion bushels to 2.154 billion bushels. The increase in the ending stock estimate came from USDA increasing our beginning stocks from 1.325 billion to 1.532 billion bushels. As far as world corn numbers are concerned, USDA increased Brazil's 2024-25 production number from 135 million metric tons to 136, and leaving Argentina unchanged at 50 million metric tons. USDA is estimating the Brazil and Argentina 2025-26 production to remain unchanged at 131 and 53 million metric tons respectively. World corn ending stocks came in at 281.34 million metric tons, down slightly from the previous estimate of 281.4. Current support levels on the corn is right around 430 and 425 December futures respectively. On to the soybean market. Soybeans were mostly higher this week in anticipation of the USDA WASDE report, with January futures reaching 1152, a level not seen since June or July of 2024, before falling back post-WASDE report on account of good estimates for South America production. Here's some of the highlights of the WASDE report. U.S. yield on soybeans was trimmed half a bushel to 53 bushels per acre. U.S. production fell from 4.3 billion bushels to 4.253 billion bushels. U.S. carryout is estimated for the 2025-26 marketing year to be around 290 million bushels, which is 10 million off the 300 previously estimated. This was helped by USDA lowering beginning stocks from 330 million bushels to 316 million bushels. As for world soybean numbers, Brazil's 2024-25 production was increased from 169 million metric tons to 171.5 million metric tons. Argentina's 2024-25 production was also increased from 50.9 million metric tons to 51.1 million metric tons. Both Brazil and Argentina's production estimates for 2025-26 remain unchanged at 175 and 48.5 million metric tons respectively. World soybean ending stocks is estimated to be at 121.99 million metric tons, a decrease from the previous estimate of 123.99 million metric tons. And finally, on to the wheat numbers. Winter wheat markets were mostly flat this week, while spring wheat markets did rise into the WASDE report. Kansas City December winter wheat futures had a hard time breaking through resistance at 5 1/4, while spring wheat futures did manage to get up to around 5.75. Post WASDE report, both markets fell back. Here are some of the highlights for all wheats from the WASDE report. USDA increased U.S. yield estimate from 52.7 to 53.3 bushels per acre. U.S. production increased from 1.927 billion bushels to 1.985 billion bushels. This was on account of an increase in acres that were harvested from 36.6 million to 37.2 million. The 2025-26 carryout estimate increased from 844 million bushels to 901 million bushels. World U.S. wheat numbers. Argentina 2023-24 wheat production was decreased from 18.54 to 18.51 million metric tons. Argentina 2024-25 wheat production was increased from 19.5 million metric tons to 22 million metric tons. World wheat ending stocks is estimated to be increased from 264 million metric tons to 271.43 million metric tons. Despite the pullback in the markets post-WASDE report, it is worth noting that futures values are still respectfully higher, specifically corn and soybeans, than where we were a mere month ago. Deferred contracts and new crop 26 still have some pricing opportunities. To find out more on pricing strategies or to discuss future sales, please reach out to your local grain marketing specialist. We are here to help. That's what we do.